image is all about shaping and capturing light, but lighting becomes one of the last things that we really talk about because, you know, let's face it, lenses and camera bodies are way more exciting to play with. That is until you realize how important lighting actually is. The problem is that good lighting equipment tends to be big and cumbersome to carry around. And that's what piqued my interest in this. This is the SmallRig RC 60B. It's a tiny 60-watt cob light. And there were 4 features that really caught my attention. Number 1, it's tiny. Number 2, it's bright. Number 3, it's very portable. And number 4, it's battery powered, so it doesn't defeat the portability of needing to be near an outlet all the time. Now, if you've ever bought anything from SmallRig, the packaging is essentially the same. It's just a bunch of cheap cardboard boxes, but personally I'm fine with that. It really shows me that they're not wasting money on expensive and unnecessary packaging. As long as it doesn't get damaged in transit, that's really all I care about. Okay. All right. Good first impressions. It comes with its own carrying case. All right, let's see here. And that's what's on the inside right there. Okay, so this is the actual light, and this is really promising. This is basically about the size that I was hoping that it would be. It literally fits in the palm of my hand. Remove before use. Okay. And there it is. That's the actual light. All right, turning it on. Oh, I guess it's partly charged here. Rotate the int button 1 turn to power on. Oh wow, okay, that's bright. So that's 100% brightness right there. Okay, and this goes all the way down. Oh, that was a really quick slide right there. So this is 1% brightness, and actually this is good. I like that you could go all the way down to 1% and not like a weird starting number like 5% or 10% here. So this is 1%. This is 10% here. I don't know where I should shine this. Here's 20, 25, 50, 75, and 100%. Oh, okay, and if you press this button here, it goes by thirds. So pressing will put you at 33%, 66%, and 100%. And then the CCT, I'm guessing that's Kelvin rating. So you could turn this really warm, or you could turn it really, really cool, all the way up to 6500. Oh, okay, and then clicking it kind of toggles between kind of a basic cool light and a basic warm light here. And then there's a button for eco mode. Press and hold. So the 100% output becomes a little bit dimmer, but I'm going to say that this is actually still pretty bright. And then turn it off. All right, there's also a mode button here, and from what I understand, it's to toggle the different effects. Oh, so flickering light, lightning effect, heartbeat effect, star effect, or flickering, whatever that is. This has like a party hat. Oh, and then this imitates like a fire or something like that. This is supposed to be looks like fireworks, but oh, okay. Oh, and you could change the frequency of how often the effect actually happens as well. Camera flash, and I guess that's all of them. So just playing around with it for that short amount of time, I'm foreseeing that I'm going to have zero buyer's remorse with this. So before we get into the rest of what came in the box, a note about the mount. This is a miniature Bowen's mount. It's not a standard Bowen's mount, meaning that it's going to be a little bit of a headache to find attachments for this thing. From what I understand, it is a proprietary SmallRig mount. I have read that they're eventually going to put out a miniature Bowen's mount to a standard Bowen's mount adapter, so that'll make things a lot easier. That's been a big point of contention for a lot of reviewers out there, but personally, I don't mind this. And the reason is the size. The standard Bowen's mount is actually kind of big, so if they tried to put a standard Bowen's mount onto this light, it would have ended up being a lot bigger, and I think it would have just defeated the purpose of the product. So also included in the case is this reflector right here to concentrate the light. You also have this handle right here. Remember, it's a portable light, so it's easy to use this way. You also have a battery holder right here. So you should be able to hold a battery bank or a small V-mount battery onto this thing. The USB-C cable, I'm guessing a short one for convenience, and then what appears to be a massively long cable for regular operation. And then a standard light mount adapter. Okay, here we go. Right now I'm being lit up by a Godox SL60W. It's a much bigger unit, about the same output, 60 watts. It also has a big softbox on it, so it looks really good. I'm gonna switch it out with this thing. Keep in mind, I don't have a softbox for this thing, so the light might be a lot more harsh. I just wanna see how it looks. So I switched it out with the RC60B without the reflector. Just for some context and size comparison, this is what was lighting me up before. Definitely not traveling around with this thing. And then this, with the same exact exposure settings, is with the reflector. Obviously it is way too bright. Let me just, whoop. Okay, oh, too much. There we go, just had to adjust the ND filter, but now look at how much darker the background is. And then this time I just want to add one of those cheap lighting umbrellas. So using this with an umbrella is actually not bad at all. It's not great, but it's not bad. Okay, so I have both lights right here, so lighting's not going to look good, but just for a size comparison, this is what we're playing around with here. So this is my Godox SL60W, and this is the SmallRig. Keep in mind that this stand adapter thing could also come off, so this collapses down into a much smaller footprint, like this. Okay, so there's my lovely wife. ISO is at 160. I'm shooting at f1.8, so you probably can't actually see her. Here is the light. That is at 100%. Let me turn it down. I would say, yeah, that's right here. I'm using the reflector, and that is about what's supposed to be correctly exposed. This is only at 31%.
I'm now seeing a glowing target sign everywhere I look. That was so bright.
Granted, I'm not using an ND filter, but that is not necessary in this situation here. If I take the reflector off, it doesn't focus the light as much. It makes it a lot more broad. But if I turn it up, that's correctly exposed right there. That is about 70% of max power there. All right, let's do another test here. So no ND filter, ISO is at 160, f1.8. There's very little light coming in from the windows, so just have whatever lights are on around the room. And this is at 13%. That's 100% right there. So this is really strong spotlight. Now I'm going to do a full review on this thing at some point, but here are a couple of my thoughts. Is this going to replace my key light? I don't think so, and honestly, I don't think that's what the purpose of this product is. This isn't going to turn larger, more powerful lights obsolete anytime soon. It's meant to give you a small, portable, but powerful solution for your lighting when you're traveling and just running and gunning. Now, I've only had this for a few hours, so obviously can't give any definitive conclusions. I'm going to be using this a lot over the next few weeks. A full comprehensive review will be coming up at some point, but my first impressions of this thing are excellent. If I just had to go off my initial gut impressions, I'm going to say this is already turning out to be a very promising product. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Hope this was helpful in some way. Stay tuned for the full review.